Yo, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I will be showing you all of the easiest money methods that you should be doing this entire week in GTA 5 Online to make yourself millions upon millions of dollars in no time. That's right, and in total, I will be covering 6 different money methods all in this one video. That being said, if you go on to enjoy, please don't forget to go down below and drop a like on it for me. But now let's get into the very first money method. Alright, so for the first method, we are going to be playing the short trip missions, which this current week in GTA 5 Online are paying out double money plus double RP. So to start these, it's super simple. First, open up the pause menu, go over to where it says online, click jobs, play job, Rockstar created, and then missions. Then you want to look for the short trip missions right here. As I said, all 3 of these will be paying 2 times money plus 2 times RP this entire week. So start whichever one of them you want to. These missions are usually really simple. In this case, I was doing the OG Kush mission, which had us fight some enemies over at a location, and then after I had to get into Lamar's van to drive over to Tequila La. Once on the way over there, you will have to fight some enemies, but as long as you took all of them out and reached the Tequila La location, you'll end up beating the mission, which once you beat it, here's how much money you'll get paid. Take a look, we are now able to skip the cutscene, which is pretty cool because this cutscene for the mission was pretty long, and here's how much money I got paid. As you could see, for passing the mission, $100,000. As well as just under 7,000 RP on top, which is also very good. And keep in mind, this is how much money you'll get paid each time you complete one of these short trip missions this week in GTA 5 Online. Just keep in mind, you do need at least one friend to complete these missions with. Alright, so now getting into the second money method, I will now be showing you how to make $252,000 in only 2 minutes. That's right, if you want to do this, first open up the pause menu, then come over to this exact location in Sandy Shores where this week's HSW time trial is located at. Once over here, call out your fastest HSW vehicle that you own and then drive it on top of the time trial to click right D-pad. From here, simply stay still but then open up the pause menu. Then come down here to where the checkpoint is at to simply mark it. Once you've marked it, drop the pause menu, open up the phone, click here where it says job list to then exit out of the time trial just like so. From here, whenever you are ready, simply click right D-pad to start the time trial. Then you want to go across this dirt road onto the main road and follow it all the way straight down across this middle section, around this other section, into this main area where there's going to be a secret entrance to the freeway. Once on the freeway, it is literally as simple as you following the waypoint the entire way through, of course trying your best to dodge traffic and also going as fast as possible the entire way through. Which, as long as you were able to not crash too many times on the way over there to the final destination, here's how much money you'll get paid once you beat it in time. As I said, $252,000 in just over 2 minutes. Very easy money, just of course make sure you do this HSW time trial by this week. Getting into the third money method, this one is a completely brand new adversary mode that just got added to GTA 5 Online this week, which is currently paying triple money plus triple RP, and it's called the Deadline Duet adversary mode. To start this, open up the pause menu, go over to where it says online, click jobs, play job, Rockstar created, and then adversary mode. Then you'll see it right here at the very top. So you could start whichever one of these 3 you want to. There's only 3 that got added this week. Once in the game mode, I'm pretty sure most of you could understand how it works because if you play the regular Deadline adversary mode, then you'll pretty much know exactly how this one will be working. Because like it sounds like, it's literally a Deadline adversary mode, just a duo version. So you have a teammate this time in the game mode that you can work with to take out the other 2 people on the other team. Because as you know, normally the Deadline adversary mode is a complete free-for-all, meaning whichever line you crash into, you'll end up exploding even if it's yours. But in this game mode, you are actually allowed to crash into your teammate's line or go through it. Which you definitely will have to do because the main goal in this game mode is to use your line that's constantly being drawn behind your motorcycle to have one of the other people crash into it on the other team. That way they end up exploding and losing a life. Because every single time your team ends up getting a kill in this Deadline adversary mode will end up scoring you a point, and by the end of that timer, whichever team has the most amount of points will end up winning the round. So it's honestly pretty fun. I would say personally so far, this is definitely a way better version than the regular Deadline. Anyway though, cutting straight to it, here's how much money I got paid once I won the entire match. Take a look, a total of $76,000. And also on top of that, 3,000 RP, which I'm not really sure why my RP glitched out. I actually earned way more RP than that. But either way, that amount of money and RP is really good considering that that match took me under 15 minutes to complete, and these matches are usually really fast and simple. Also, if you are able to, make sure you win 2 adversary modes by this week, because you'll see after you get paid $100,000 for simply completing this week's weekly challenge, which was to win 2 adversary modes. If you would like to see it for yourself, simply open up the interaction menu, go down to where it says challenges and then weekly challenge, then you'll see it right here. Of course, I already completed it. That's why I mentioned those adversary modes being very simple and fast, because you should be able to complete that weekly challenge in under an hour. Alright, so now getting into the 5th money method, I will now be showing you how to make $102,000 in only 2 minutes. That's right, really easy money. If you want to do this, first open up the pause menu, then come over to this exact location in El Bureau Heights, where this week's regular time trial is located at. Once over here, call out your fastest motorcycle that you own to then drive it on top of the time trial to click right D-pad. After you click right D-pad, then open up the pause menu, come up here to where the checkpoint is at, and then simply mark it. Once you marked it just like so, then drop the pause menu and drive here forward to break this fence in front of us. After that, open up the phone, click here where it says job list to then exit out of the time trial just like so. From here, whenever you are ready, simply click right D-pad to start the time trial and drive through this dirt road all the way over to this main road, and once on the main road, literally follow the waypoint exactly as it is showing you on the minimap. And you want to be doing that the whole entire way, trying your best to go as fast as possible that whole entire route while also holding your gas button all the way down. Then at this point here, you don't want to take a right on this street, you actually want to keep going down this freeway all the way straight down until you go right beside where the final destination is located. Once right beside it like me, you then want to start going up this part of the mountain, and once all the way up on top of the mountain, you should see the final destination, which once you finally beat it, here's how much money you'll get paid. As I said, $102,000 in just under 2 minutes, just like so. And finally, that brings us to the 6th and final money method of today's video, which we are now going to be using the meth lab business, which this current week isn't paying double money or triple money. It actually has a 2x speed production boost inside the business. That's right, so to take advantage of this, there's 2 different ways, either going inside the actual business itself to run it, or if you own a mansion like I do, you could also enter inside your main office, sit down here, and then log into your master control terminal, because here you'll have access to all of the MC businesses, which include the meth lab. Anyway though, once at that business and signed in, you'll first need to make sure you have the supplies all the way full, that way the stock can actually raise. Which my supplies level is all the way low right now, so to get these supplies all the way full, what we need to do is go over here to where it says resupply and either buy supplies or steal supplies. Trust me, the only option you ever want to do is buy supplies. Because once you buy these supplies for $75,000, all you'll have to do is wait 5 to 10 minutes, then after you'll get delivered a full set of supplies delivered to your business just like so, without having to complete multiple different supply missions. And that's literally all you are doing with this business, because as I said, it is currently having a 2x speed production boost inside there, so even without owning the upgrades, the business should fill literally 50% faster. But of course, owning those upgrades will make the process way faster, and also if you own a mansion, you could give it a double boost by giving it the speed production boost inside the mansion. But yeah, all you want to do is literally make sure that supplies level is all the way full, then eventually your stock should be all the way full, which once it is, here's how much money it will be worth. Take a look right here, my stock is now 100% full, and if I were to sell it to the farthest location, which for me is Blaine County, I'll get paid $892,000, which is very good. And of course, I can complete this in an invite only session completely solo, which I did right here. And once I did, here's how much money I got paid. I got paid $928,000, so actually a little bit more money because my sell mission gave me a little bit of a bonus for completing it earlier. Anyway, like I said, that was going to be the very last money method of today's video. You now know all of the easiest ways for you to be making millions of dollars this week in GTA 5 Online in absolutely no time. So if you went on to enjoy my video and you still haven't already, please do me a favor by going down below and dropping a like on it before you click off. And if you aren't, make sure you definitely hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you never miss out on a future GTA 5 Online video just like this one from me. And until next time, I will see you all in my very next video. Peace.